Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at Flipnote Studio 3D for the 3DS. Flipnote Studio 3D is less of a game and more of a sort of an application or an app by modern standards, rather than a game. Its basic premise is that you draw frame by frame lovely little animations in the old sort of typical style frame by frame rather than manipulation or paths. You can also use the 3DS's cameras to take photographs and turn them into animations, but there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of practical applications with that when you can just use a video camera, which everybody seems to have on their phone these days. But where does this differ compared to the original Flipnote Studio, which I'm sure most of you are wondering, and the answer to that is look at the name. Yes, this allows you to create animations in full 3D using the stereoscopic 3D effect of the 3DS and of course the new 3DS. And it's very clever. You use 3 different planes of depth, as it were, and you use them so you have a foreground, a sort of a midground and a background, and you can use that to create a clever sort of 3D effect, and it works really well and it's surprisingly easy to use actually. But is this little package good on the whole? Well, in short, yes. It's very good, in fact. Anyone who's used the original Flipnote Studio will immediately know what I mean when I say it's a brilliant little tool, incredibly simple for creating really effective 3D animations. Well, 3D in this case at least. I mean, you're not going to be seeing the next Pixar film made on this, but it's brilliant for personal use. You only have to look at what other people have created to see the capabilities that this has, and people are really creative and really artistic, far more artistic than I'm ever going to be, and have created some truly mesmerising little animations, and they really are a wonder to behold. There are loads of different tools, brushes, pencils that you can use to create these animations, and you get 2 choices. You can either use a beginner set or you can use a more advanced set, and we would recommend using the beginner set, at least to begin with. The advanced tools do give you a lot more freedom, but they are a little bit overwhelming if you've never done any animation before, or you've just never used Flipnote Studio before. Unfortunately, there's no way you can share your creations online with other people beyond exporting them and sort of using them on personal computers. This is a real shame, but the reasoning behind it is perfectly solid. Basically, certain lewd individuals were sending out slightly graphic, for lack of a better word, animations, and they can usually be publicly accessed, and so certain people were seeing these that shouldn't have done, and this is sort of a violation of Nintendo's terms of service, and as I'm sure many of you know, Nintendo are hot on this sort of thing, and to be as family friendly as possible they decided to cut it out entirely, which I can understand. It's a shame that it's been ruined by just a small minority, but that's just how it is. There's not an awful lot else to say about it, to be honest. It's a little animation tool and that's about it. There's no expansive tutorials that take you through what you need to do. There's nothing particularly fancy. There's very limited colours and things like that. But it is basic, and that's the charm of it, to be honest. The fact is that you can just pick it up, make a little animation, and that's it. There's no faffing around or anything like that. It's really simple to use, really basic, just go straight in, make some animations. It's as easy as that, and they're really quick to make as well, which is brilliant, particularly if you've got young children, or indeed if you are someone who's of the younger disposition watching at the moment. This is ideal for you. Make sure you head over to nintendolife.com to read the full review, which is considerably more in-depth than these little sort of witterings that I do, written by the lovely Ron De Villano, who is in fact a cartoonist, so he'd know. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, why don't you scribble over that subscribe button? We get a new video out every day, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com as well for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.